So the game I'm playing today is called Trip. This is another game made by Increpare, the same guy who made Salami, which I played about a week ago, and this is basically a walking simulator, and it's a really weird walking simulator. Now this is one of his more recent games. He released this game about a year ago, and I played it off screen already. In fact, I actually played the game twice already because it's actually a pretty short game, and unlike most of Increpare's games, which I feel are just weird for the sake of being weird, I feel like this game might actually have some sort of deep meaning behind it, but I just can't figure out what it is. You'll see what I mean once I start playing the game. And also, when I played Salami, I said that there was another game that Increpare made that I wanted to play, or that I might play sometime in the future. This was actually not the game I was talking about. I just saw this game on his website, and I just decided to check it out. I mean, Increpare doesn't really explain what any of his games are about. You just click on it, and then you download it, and you don't know what to expect. It's like a grab bag of just random stuff. So this is the title screen right here. It's just a black screen with plain white text that says Trip, click to start. So we can click to start right here. Then you hear an interesting little sound effect. Ah, we made it. We'll have a great time. That's not saying much. I always have a great time when I'm with you. Yeah, so we have a character right here whose name is unknown, name and gender. And apparently this person is at this park with another person. So yeah, you're basically in a park right here, and as you can see, you do have some attractions. Like, you have a Ferris wheel, you have what appears to be a giant Roiz, this thing, all these weird shapes just floating in the sky, this cave over here, and whatever the heck that structure is supposed to be. So you can just go to any of these locations. You don't need to do them in a particular order, or you don't need to go to them in a particular order. You can just go anywhere you want. So the controls, you use W, A, S, and D keys to move, or the arrow keys. But I feel like the controls are really sensitive, because sometimes when I'm moving forward, and I stop, like, holding down the W key to move forward, or the arrow key, for some reason, my character will still move forward for, like, half a second. Like, he doesn't stop immediately. It's a little bit delayed, which is it's very strange. And also, he walks very quickly, too. Or, at least I'm assuming it's he, I don't really know. But you can go pretty much anywhere you want. It's also surrounded by water. Yeah, it's kind of weird, because this park is apparently on a deserted island. Like, there's no land in sight. I don't see any cities anywhere. You can also fall in this water, this oddly pixelated water, and you'll just get teleported back to the center. So you can't actually die in this game. But basically, you can walk up to the beams of light. You can also jump in this game, but jumping doesn't really serve that much of a purpose, except for getting up to that structure right there. So we'll just walk up to the beam of light right here. And then you have a story. A king, wishing to survey his kingdom more completely, built a giant Ferris wheel. Just gonna point this out right now, kingdom is spelled incorrectly. As he ascended, he saw more of his kingdom, but it became ever smaller. He also saw more of the sky, which grew ever greater. By the time it returned him back down, he had forgotten he'd ever been king. And then when you go towards the Ferris wheel, or when you touch the Ferris wheel, it starts moving. But you can't really interact with it, because as you can see, you're actually just kind of glitching right through it. There's no, you can't collide with it. There's no way to ride on the Ferris wheel either, as far as I know. So, okay. Oh wait, I am colliding with it now. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I can't collide with the front of it, but I do collide with the back of it. Oh, that makes perfect sense right there. Okay, anyway. So then we can go over to this structure right here. So in order to get up these steps, you can't normally get up the steps like this, you need to jump up them. Yeah, because that too makes perfect sense. Whenever you're faced with a flight of stairs, you need to jump up them. That's how it works. There was a whale who was in love with the sea. The whale asked the sea to marry, but the sea rejected it. Spurned, the whale took refuge on land and dried out. So, basically what they're saying is that the whale killed itself. Seems like a bit of an overreaction to getting rejected, if you ask me. But then you can fall in this hole, which oh wait, there is actually something underneath here. Okay, I didn't actually try that. Oh, there is. Well, I mean, there is pretty much nothing here. I thought there might have just been water underneath, but I guess not. So then we could go to the gigantic Roiz right here. So we'll just walk towards this place. I don't think there is any way to sprint. Just have these weird little structures as well. These tiny little ones. A man would pick roses every day for his wife. He realized that he loved not his wife, but the roses. He built this temple and sacrificed his wife to the god of roses. So basically, he committed murder. He committed murder because he loved roses so much, guys. Anyway, after you've cleared about 3 of the stories, you then get an announcement. The park is closed for the day. I guess we have to go. Yep, so then we just need to leave. There's a beam of light right here, so we get beamed back up into space or something. I don't really know. But we just walk into this beam of light. I thought that was rad. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun, but the best part was just hanging with you. Are you actually capable of appreciating anything? Anyway, I'll check the rest of it out next week and let you know how it is. Yeah, so this guy seems to be a little bit frustrated with his friend. Back, time to check out the rest. Been waiting for this all week. So then you can check out the rest of the park right here. You can check out the last 3 stories, so we can go to this one next. So we just walk over here. Just walk over here. 3 children out in the woods all day asked an old woman for food. The woman turned them away. They came back 2 further times, and both times she turned them away. Later on, the old woman regretted her decision and went to find them. She found the children ascending up into the sky. She begged them to come down, that she would feed them, but they did not listen. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the sky in this game. Yeah, the children ascended up into the sky. So did they die or going up to heaven? And are those shapes up there supposed to represent the children ascending into the sky? Like, it's so weird. Like, I mean, all of Increpare's games are weird, but like I said, I feel like all of this is here for a reason. Like, there is some sort of meaning behind it that the guy who made this game is just not telling us about and probably never will. A woman was in flight from the sun. She hid in a dark cave. Kind of like this one. So intense was the sun's gaze that it burned through the rock, revealing her. The woman apologized to herself for denying herself the sun's radiance. I don't see why you would want to do that. I mean, it's good to get some vitamin D every now and then, but... Anyway, this is the last one over here, guys. This is the last one right over here. Just need to be careful not to fall. A man married the sun, but did not trust her. He constructed a large sundial so that he might always know where she was. Every night she promised she would return in the morning, but he never believed her. So this guy obviously has trust issues with his wife. That doesn't really sound like too good of a relationship if you ask me. Announcement. The park is closed for the day. And those are all the stories in the park, guys. So after that, we just need to go back to the beam of light again. We just walk over here. I didn't enjoy that so much without my friend. Then the game fades out, and after that, the game just crashes. And that's it. That's the entire game, guys. When you try to start up the game again, the game just starts back from the beginning. So, there you go. That is Trip. That is the entire game. That was our entire trip. Our trip to the park, I guess. So yeah, that is Trip, guys. That is the entire game. So it's basically a walking simulator made by the same guy who made Salome. And, like I said, I feel like there is some sort of meaning right here, especially with the ending, because it's like, this person that you're playing as is at the park with their friend, and they want to go and check out all of the cool attractions in the park with their friend. But when the park closes, the friend said that they had fun, but the best part was just hanging out with them, and the main character seems to be a little bit frustrated with that comment, because then he says, are you capable of appreciating anything? So I guess maybe this kind of stuff is just something he's really passionate about, or I don't know, maybe there is some sort of relationship issue going on with the person's friend or something. I don't really know, but then at the end of the game, once you've listened to all the stories, he then says, I didn't enjoy that as much without my friend. So maybe that's the main character realizing that they feel the exact same way. They just like it when they're hanging out with their friend, and they could care less where they were. If they were on a deserted island with a theme park on it for some odd reason, or just anywhere else in the world, or who knows, maybe the main character is even dreaming. I mean, that could explain why the park was on a deserted island. I don't really know, okay? It's very weird. It is extremely weird, like most of Increpare's games, but I still feel like there's some sort of meaning there. And one of the things I was thinking about after I played the game and listened to all the stories is, the possibility that the game might be about relationship issues, because I mean it talks about a man marrying the sun but not trusting her, but always promising she'll be back, and then the whole thing with the whale wanting to marry the sea and apparently killing itself after it got rejected. I don't even know. And the guy who sacrificed his wife to the god of roses, maybe he was on drugs, I have no idea. But stupid jokes aside, I do feel like there is some sort of meaning to this game, but I just don't know what it is, and I probably will never figure out what it is. But I guess that's the fun in it, coming up with your own conclusion to things that make almost no sense at all. I don't really know. I just wanted to play this game because I thought it was interesting, and trying to decipher the whole meaning behind it, if there even is a meaning, because, I mean, this is an Increpare game, so there's a possibility that this could have no meaning whatsoever, and it's pretty much like LSD Dream Emulator, in which it's just bizarre for the sake of being bizarre. But who knows? It could have some sort of meaning. I just don't know what it is, though. It's still an interesting walking simulator regardless. I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of walking simulators because of the fact that they're, well, you just walking around, and I guess listening to a story unfold, which I guess is supposed to be the entire point of a walking simulator, just listening to the story. It's less about the gameplay and more about the actual story of the game, but yeah, it's still weird, but it is interesting. And if you guys want to go and download this game and play it for yourself, the link is in the description. It is a very short game, though, so I don't think you're going to get too much out of it, but still want to go check it out, you can do that. Link is in the description. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Later!